Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो धारी राय सो भारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you, even zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy. Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We'll read shlok number 9. पूरं भास्य नलो नीलोम्बरमहर, नाथो हिमांशु पुमान्, इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदम्, यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम्, नान्यत् किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशताम्, यस्मात् परस्मात् विभोः, तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम्, श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये, सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदम्, यस्मादमुष्मिन् स्तवे, तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात्, ध्यानाच्च संकीर्तनात्, सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः, सिद्धे तत्पुनरष्टधा परिणतं च, ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम्. In the 8th verse, we have seen Vishwam Pashyati Karya Karanataya Swaswami Sambandhata. The moment we are looking at the world as cause and effect, the world is created, the world is born, and we get lost only in establishing what is the cause of this, what is the effect of this. And as a result, we go away from our essential nature. Now, what is the cause that our age is growing? There is no cause. In Prakriti, Vikruti is normal. The fire is hot. Why the fire is hot? Don't waste time on it. It is like this. Thereafter, you start thinking. So when we accept that the fire is hot. There is nothing to question, argue, discuss, investigate, do research. No. Accept fire is hot, yes. Now, then decide how to interact with the fire. That is living Vedanta. But normally, what we do, why this person is so angry all the time? Don't waste time in that. This is manufacturer's defect. So, now you know this person is angry on every issue. Therefore, decide how to interact with this person so that we don't lose, we are benefited. Everything will change in life. Therefore, never try to improve anybody. God has failed to improve us. But then, is it not our, we should give samskar to the children, then only when they are grown up, they will be taking, don't get lost in that. We have seen one child, after birth, he was given the initiation. The technical way of giving initiation to a newly born child is take some gold. So normally these people, they take out their wedding ring if it is made of gold, and then they dip it in the honey, and then on the tongue of the child they write Om. This is how it is initiated. So right from that onward, all the 16 samskars, and then everybody every day chanting Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, and then Akhanda Mandala Akaram, then chanting Bhagavad Gita, and being a goody, 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 goody. And as he grew, slowly, slowly, he was involved in all the spiritual activities. The father was busy in doing the puja, poti, and the because there was no Panditji available, so he started doing the job of the Panditji. Somebody's marriage, he will go and conduct. Somebody's death, he will go and conduct the ceremony. Everything. Slowly, slowly, the time passed. Put some scar to the children, and when he completed his education, got a good job, he got married to a Korean girl. So, question, Swamiji, we have done so much. Why did he get married to Korean girl? Kori माने नवी. नवी कोरी कार है. We understand this distinctly. We all have our journey already in our software. Don't get too much involved in anybody's life, particularly children. Many times they revolt afterwards. Therefore, Vishwam Pashyati Karya Karanataya, then Swaswami Sambandha, then when it is Swapne Jagrati Vaya Esha Purusha. This is not only in waking, but even in the dream. Why do I get the dream again and again? Therefore, then understand this is all Lord's play going on. Now be attentive. If you are interacting with something very intensely, that intense interaction creates a deep impression on the mind. And suppose you have got an MP3 wherein uh, the cinema songs are, written, and then you forget that this is this, this is this. So you take the MP3 and all people are sitting. Now we'll chant Bhagavad Gita. I am putting the MP3. We can chant together, and then you start it. जाने कहाँ अरे क्या हो गया भगवान कृष्ण chanted. What is in that MP3, that alone will come out, is it not? Now, what is that with which we interact intensely? I tell you one experience. One child told me this thing. He says, Swamiji, what you tell, I remember once I was punished for this purpose. I said, okay, never mind, forget about it. No, no, I want to tell you. Okay, tell. So he said, when I was child, it's so that I used to like the, old filmy songs. That boy must be about 12, 15 like that. Then I used to like that song. तेरी प्यारी प्यारी सूरत को किसी की नजर ना लगे. Muhammad Rafi song is like. And night also I heard that song and slept. Morning when I got up, again that song was going in my mind. I went to the school. And I don't know where I was. So the teacher became angry. He said, where is your attention? What you have studied? He said, this thing came out. Very pyari, pyari, surata ko. And I got the beating of my life. See, friends. So our mind, if it is reacting very intensely, it creates dent and dots on our mind. That alone will come. Now, why we don't remember our scriptures and our Gita or knowledge? Because lightly theek hai, bahut bas. Heard so many Mahatmas. So, this is one more. Therefore, gone. Is it there? Okay. So, if we are understanding this principle, Swapne Jagrati Va Esha Purusha, our dreams and our waking experiences are supported by the same reality. So instead of analyzing and getting lost, why, focus attention on who experienced this. So we'll come to know. With the bad experience in the dream, we do not suffer when we are awakened. Similarly, with good or bad experiences in the waking, a person who is awakened to his essential nature, he doesn't get too much involved. Then how it is? Maya paribhramitaha. Because we are so much under the influence of these experiences. So don't take any experience very intensely. Relax. We get so much involved in anything or anybody. No, relax. If you want to know what is love, love is our Mahamantra. Wherever you are, whenever you are, or whatever you are, be 100. That is pure love. That is meditation. That is God realization. That is fulfillment in life. You know where I learned this thing? There was a girl and it happened in their house. So she was talking to her mother, and mother was a downloaded type. All the time reading all kinds of terrible English novels. James Hadley Chase, what is it? Barbara Cartland, the old days. You know Barbara Cartland novels. So this girl was wondering, Mummy, I want to ask you one thing. Is there, look, my dear child, Mummy is reading, don't disturb. The child again. Mummy, I want to ask you a question. Please, don't disturb me, I told you reading. Third time she became insistent. Mummy, I want to know, is there life? Shut up. I told you, don't disturb Mummy. Finally, that girl cannot contain. She goes to her mummy, puts her hands around her mummy's face, pulls the face. Mummy, listen to me. What does it mean? He wanted 100% attention. And then I know your question. You people go on listening everything. Is there life after death? Nothing like that. No, mummy, that is not my question. What is your question? Is there life after marriage? Friends. Therefore, here when the teacher says Maya Paribhramitaha, we interact with the world unnecessarily too intensely. And therefore, one has to take life lightly in the light of wisdom. This was the 8th verse. Then we come in the 9th verse now. Gone. Now, Bhu Lakshmi, Amba, space. Then Analaha, fire. Anilaha, air. And Ambara, the space. So 5 great elements. Aharnatha means sun. Himamshuhu means moon. Puman means the jiva, the beings. So how many of them? 5 great elements. Sun 6, moon 7, and all beings 8. So Bhurambasya Nalo Nilombaramahar Natho Himamshu Puman Itya Bhati Chara Charatmakamidam Yassaiva Murtishtakam. So this Paramatma is expressing in these 8 forms. And which are those 8 forms? Chara Achara. In these 5 great elements and sun and the moon, they are inert and Jiva is the sentient. Itya bhati chara charatmakidam yassaiva murtishtakam. In the 15th chapter, if you remember, I mentioned to you the location of the divine, the self, the Paramatma is given to us. So the teacher starts. यदादित्यगतं तेजः जगद्भासेते खिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्च अग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्यमामकम्. You want to see me? I am expressing in the sun, moon, fire. This Aharnatha and Himamsha. And thereafter, Aham, then Gamamishcha cha bhutani dharayamyaham ojasa. Gam is the Prithvi, Bhu Lakshmi. Then I enter the Bhu Lakshmi and then support the whole creation. Thereafter, I enter the stomach. Aham Vaishvanaru Bhutva Praninam Deham. Of all the beings, the digesting fire is me. Then he comes to the heart. Sarvasya Chaham Hridhi Sannivishtaha. And what you do there? And we take a cup of tea. Bhagwan says, Sarvasya Chaham. Sarvasya Chaham Hridhi Sannivishtaha. And what you do there? Matta Sruti Jnanam Apohanancha. I support all the 4 experiences. See, where the God was? In the sun, moon, slowly. This is what is mentioned here. Itya bhati chara charatmakam yassaiva murtishtakam. You know what is the difficulty in our efforts of understanding the truth? We are ready to accept divine presence in the living being. But we are unable to even comprehend how there can be God in this wooden table. The reason is we are caught up between the division of sentiency and inertness. Jada is inert, Chetana is sentient. So we divide them. And therefore we should, should not hurt anybody. because living being. Stones we can break, never mind. Now here we have to understand basic principle. Everything is experienced as existence. Space is, air is, then fire is, water is, earth is, sun is, moon is, man is, woman is, tree is, mosquito is, stone is. So this existence is a common factor, even to the extent that absence is. Friends, in Kathopanishad, this is the ultimate message. Asti iti upalabdhavyah tattva bhavena prasidati. The truth is recognized as existence. Now see, this existence is not opposed to absence. Very subtle point, be attentive. Day is, night is opposed to day. But existence is common. Heat is, cold is opposed to heat. But both of them are supported by the same existence. And therefore, now we come to ourselves. I am existence. Now the second option, I am not. Do we have that experience ever? Experiencing one's own absence. It is here the Buddhists have the nihilist philosophy. There is nothing. No, it has to be established. So we can establish presence and absence of everything in this world distinctly. But when it comes to ourselves, we cannot even mention that I am not. So when there is no possibility of our absence, what is the need of telling that I am? Then what is our position? We support both presence and absence. Waking is supported by me, absence of waking, dream and deep sleep and samadhi is supported by me. I support the dream and also the absence of the other three. So there is no possibility of our absence. Therefore, there is no possibility of telling that I am. And therefore, maunam vyakya prakatita para brahma tattvam yuvanam. There is no need to talk. भूरम्बास्य नलो निलोम्बर महर्नाथो हिमांशु पुमान् इत्या भाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्तेष्टकम्. Because of the upadhi, one appears to have become many. Like the common example which I gave you, one man, because of the upadhi, he is called as son, husband, father, brother. He has never become many in the same manner. Yasyaiva itya bhati characharaatmakidam yasyaiva murteshtakam. Then nanyat kinchana vidyate vimrushatam. Vimrushatam is the one who is working on this. Vimarsha. Work on it. Same word is used by Bhagavan Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Vimrusha etat asheshena yathechasi tatha kuru. Arjun, I told you everything. कच्चिद एतश्रुतं पार्थ त्वया एकाग्रेण चेतसा कच्चिद अज्ञान सम्मोह प्रणष्टस्ते धनंजय. You listen properly. Has your delusion gone? And after that also Bhagavan says, Vimrishya etat asheshena. Now it is your decision by proper interacting with the knowledge whether you should fight the war or should run away. Wise men never make decisions for others. Bhagavan Krishna was Yogeshwar. He could have simply touched all delusion gone. Then that would have been a message for the society. Chalo, touchy. My friends. Therefore here, Vimrushatam. Nanyat kinchana vidyate vimrushatam. So those who are thus interacting with this knowledge, then no anyat kinchana vidyate. Other than Paramatma, there is nothing. From the waves point of view, other waves are there. Wherever there is otherness, competition, fighting, friendship, jealousy, fear, anger, desire. Now the same wave with the ocean. Everything disappears. No competition, no fighting, no jealousy. Ocean, you are lucky or I am alone. No. And from the ocean's point of view, Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshosti na priya. For me, all waves are the same. From the ocean's point of view, even the waves don't exist. And therefore, tsunami I don't like. Small ripples I like. No, name dveshosti na priya. Now apply this for the vision. Vision says, for me, all colors and forms are same. Name dveshosti na priya. And then we come to the water. From the water's point of view, there is neither the ocean the cause nor wave the effect. So what is water? Beyond cause and effect. Vishwam pashyati karya karanataya. Once I was going in a cruise from Miami to Bahamas. Daytime, not very long. So we started in the morning, maybe about 7 o'clock or so, and by 2 o'clock we reached there. So on the way, when there is a shallow sea, it stopped, then we went, got into the sea, had a nice swimming and all that. Again, our cruise started, and I was enjoying the freshness and seeing the birds flying away again, coming and sitting back on that. So my friend with whom I went, he asked me this question. Swami, can you imagine how much will be the water deep in the ocean here? I said, I don't reply stupid questions. Swamiji, what is stupidity? I said, the question is whether water is in the ocean or ocean is in the water. Is ocean like a container in which the water is put? Or the water itself is called as the ocean? He said, Swamiji, let us have coffee. Yes, yes. Many people, when they sleep, when they are not attentive, and then um, everybody laughs. क्या हो गया क्या हो गया? And when everybody is quiet, this one fellow will laugh. So nanyat kinchana vidyate vimrushatam. Reflect on it again and again, again and again. Then we will come to know we are all lost only in silly things. I didn't get tea in the morning. I wanted to go to bathroom, but nobody was coming out. Silly thing. We are never disturbed. Today also, like Bhagavan Ramakrishna Paramahansa, he used to cry. Today also I did not have vision of mother. She didn't talk to me. To what we give importance. World will be always like this. There is nothing new that we can do about it. Vimrushatam. And thereafter, we will not have any question, any doubt about anything in this world. क्या ऐसा ही होता है और बॉम्बे लैंग्वेज ऐसा ही होता है कोई टेंशन नहीं लेने का या महावाक्य तो नान्यत् किंचन विद्यते विमृशताम यस्मात् परस्मात् विभोः because other than the Paramatma यस्मात् परस्मात् विभोः विभु विविधम भवति the one who alone has become everything. Like the man has become the son, man has become the husband. Does it mean that when he became the husband, he got two horns and a tail? No. Exactly the same way. Our attention is on the substratum or the superimposed. Nanyat kinchana vidyate vimrishatam yasmat parasmat vibho. Friends, this example also I told you last night when I was sleeping, another good experience. The light is there round. So before sleeping, I just look at the light, close the light, eyes. Then turn the angle of the neck. Look at the light, close the light, eyes. 2-3 times a day. Then I opened the eyes and saw everything in the room. Then closed the eyes. There were 4-5 lights. Only one I saw. But how come 4-5 came? Because from different angles I saw. So there were 4-5 impressions on the mind in the form of the images. When I close the eyes, I see the imagery things. When I open the eyes, I see this thing. Then who am I? Supporting both and yet beyond both. There is no basic difference because waking experience demands the presence of the objects and the instrument of knowledge. In the dream, this is not required because there is already stored data on the mind. So whatever is stored on the mind, that alone will be experienced. Therefore, nanyat kinchana vidyate vimrushatam yasmat parasmat vivoho. But many times what happens, under the disguise of our spiritual practices, we become obsessed. This technique I told, many people don't like it, but who cares? Work on the mind. Suppose you are doing japa. Your guru told, do this japa. One day knowingly when don't do it. And then watch what is happening to your mind. Feeling guilty, frustrated. No. You are untouched by chanting the Lord's name and not chanting by the Lord's name. But then when we carry the burden of guilt and success, then a personality is born. And then that body is called as the jiva. Like in the assembly line, car is produced, assembly, all the parts are assembled, car comes out. In the same manner, there is one Garbhopanishad. In that Garbhopanishad, a very distinct process of the development of the fetus, the whole embryology is beautifully brought out. Assembly. And when the car is ready, pat, And therefore, like the car is not meant for the car is not meant for the parts of the car. In the same manner, the body is not meant for the body. The hands are not meant for the hands. Eyes are not meant for the eyes. Then the owner. And what is that owner? Owner is reflection of the sun in the waters in a bucket. That bucket is our body and the mind is the water, in which the Chaitanya expresses as Chidabhasa, and the inert water becomes enlivened. And from that enlivened water, another source of light comes out. When the water dries up, what will happen to the reflection of that Chidabhas? Will that Chaitanya cry, Yaar chala gaya? No. My friends, the more you reflect on this, then you will discover your own spiritual practices. Then it will not be mechanical. Most of us are only mechanical in our spiritual practice. And anything you do mechanically, you lose the charm in life. Everything should be fresh. So Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam. So who is the Guru Murti? Who is the Dakshinamoorti Bhagavan? He is our own essential. Discover him. Don't run after him. Now after saying this, we come to the 10th mantra. सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदम् यस्मादमुष्मिन् स्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानाच्च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितम् स्यादीश्वरत्वं सतः सिद्धेतत्पुनरष्टधा परिणतं च ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम्. Yasmat, because Amush means stave. In these Dakshinamurti Stotra, Stavan is the Stotram. So, Yasmat, because Amush means stave, in this Stotra, Dakshinamurti, what is said? Sarvatmatva. Everything is Paramatma only. What is everything? Bhuram Vasya Nalo, Nalombaramahar, Nato Himamshu Puman. Everything is Paramatma. Yasmat Amushmin Stave Sarvatmatva Sputikrutam, distinctly brought out. You must have seen in India we have got a tradition. Suppose somebody crosses a group of people and you happen to touch somebody your foot. So you do like this thing. Namaskar. Even if our book falls down. So, and if you happen to touch, one Westerner asked me this question. Swamiji, why these Indians do like this thing? I said, they say, मैंने मारा क्या करना है कर लो. Because we see something divine in everything. Hey friends, for us, accepting stone as God is no issue. Accepting tree as God is no issue. Accepting river, water as God, no issue. Accepting sun as God, no issue. See? Therefore, sarvatmatva, everything is our own expression. If you come to subjectively, all sense objects are nothing but the expression of the sense organs. All sense organs are nothing but expression of the mind. All the good or bad raga dvesha in the mind are the expressions of the I, Vijnanamaya Kosha. This I is the expression of the Chetana, the life principle. The life principle is the expression of the Chaitanya. Therefore, Chaitanya will never hate the Chetana. Chetana will never hate the mind. The I will never hate the mind. Mind will never hate the sense organs. Sense organs will never hate the objects. The best part is we don't have to do anything. Now, what we have to do to experience that? When I see a red color, eyes don't become red. When I see the blue color, eyes don't become blue. Now, for this experience, what sadhana will we do? So, sarvatmatvam iti sputikruta vidam yasmad amush means the way. This is what is brought out in this stotra. Sarvam kalvidam brahma. Everything is Brahma, including us. Don't have the wrong notion. Papo ham, papa karma ham. That is why they call the father as Papa. Papa ha, Papo, Papa ha. Then, after having told this, then, Tena, therefore, by this, Asya Shravanat Tadartha Mananat Dhyanatcha Sankirtanat. Now, this we have learned. What is the content of this Dakshinamoorti Stotra? Sarvatmatvam iti Sputikrutam. Therefore, Tena, therefore, Asya Shravanat. Listen to this again and again. This will be available in our YouTube. So listen to it again. Because you have already heard it live, it will help you to assimilate easily. Tenasya Shravanam. The same talk, listen morning as well as evening. You know, depending upon the state of our mind, we learn something different from the same thing. It may be the same thing, but what is the state of our mind? This I learned from one lady. She told me, Swamiji, I listen your talks as you suggested, same talk twice daily. But I found one thing. In the morning, what clicks me, in the evening it is different. Why this happens? It's because of your state of mind. And by this, all wrong notions will be removed. Tenasya Shravanat. Then, Tad Artha Mananat. Reflect on. And if we start reflecting on what we have studied, I'll tell you what happens. We develop a different vision. And by that vision, we are able to see something which is beyond the obvious. Our vision is different. Like for the husband, when he looks at the wife, his vision is different. For the son, when he looks at his mother, his vision is different. Your standpoints have changed. In the same manner, when we reflect on this, earlier our vision was indulgence, enjoy life. But when we discover Ishavasya Sarvam Yat Kincha Jagatyam Jagat, our indulgent ability or indulgent approach to life will be reduced. Tena Tyaktena Vunjitha. Vunjitha Atmanam, protect yourself from yourself. Kasya Siddhanam, everything belongs to God. What are you? This is mine, this is mine. That doesn't mean life becomes miserable. No. Kurvanne veha karmane jije visheshatagam sama. Live every moment 100%. That is spiritual life. So, tenasya shravanat tadartha mananat. Manana is necessary for converting the information into through interaction into conviction. All of us are living our own convictions. Today our conviction is I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old. And our whole life is lived only with that conviction. In the same manner, when we are fully convinced, first step that all the experiences happen only in the mind, nothing happens to body. Second conviction, the mind is nothing but the expression of the consciousness. Slowly, slowly, the Jivatma Bhav, Dehatma Bhav, everything become very weak. It will not trouble us. And ultimately, when we hear somebody's news about somebody's death, and if we have really digested Dakshinamoorti Stotra, having heard anybody's death news, if even a passing thought goes through our mind about our death, we have studied nothing. No thought about one's death will ever come. Do we get the thought, or my childhood is going now, I am born as a teenager? No. When the teenage goes, do we feel I am going to die as a teenager? No. Because we are very clear that these are all the modifications in the body, not in me. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvaram jara tatha dehantara prapti. So many bodies have come and gone. Who cares? Yenasya shravanat tadartha mananat. Then ध्यानाच. ध्यान देते हैं, करते नहीं. We have to remain in this utter awareness all the time. That doesn't mean we become very serious. Relax. Then every moment is living in meditation. For us, half an hour meditation, rest of the day frustration. No. Dhyanat. See? Be attentive. ध्यान दो, ध्यान करो नहीं. ध्यानात. Every moment you have to live in utter awareness. Sitting, talking, walking, listening. Every moment we have to be alert. And that is, if we have to understand, by these three words I told you about the mind. Mind must be quiet, alert, and vigilant. Quiet doesn't mean all the time does Shama Vidra. No. The mind is absolutely alert. How important it is. Then vigilant. Is the mind absorbing or reacting? Is the mind gathering impressions, good or bad, or only receiving the wisdom? Is any experience creating an experiencer? If an experiencer is created, memories are formed. If experiencer is not created, memories are not formed. So quiet, alert, and vigilant. These three aspects. That is the meaning dhyanach. Then sankirtanat. Chant every day. Malayali every day. Our children, Bombay children, ask us this question. Swamiji, how a Malayali spells banana? I said, yeah, what is a stupid question? B-A-N-A-N? No, you don't know. Then you tell. B-A-N-A, yet another N-A. Malayali. So, Sankirtanat, keep on chanting. It helps a lot. Therefore, like when I came from Minneapolis, quite a long flight. So, first half an hour or so I slept, 1 hour almost. And then, after a little bit eating here and there, then the whole Bhagavad Gita, when I started, it started from 7th chapter. I said, all right, Hari Icha. And when I was listening, I don't know how many times I must have listened it. But every time, some new message comes. Otherwise, it is mechanical only. Sankirtanat. This definitely helps. Repeated chanting, but done comfortably. Not in a view to finish it off. हम ये लेक्चर फिनिश करो अब हमसे नहीं हो रहा संकीर्तनात् then सर्वात्मत्व महाविभूति सहितम स्यात् then the net result will be sarvatmatva. You have nobody, an unknown person in this world. You are at home with everybody. Feel at home with everybody. But how to talk to them? No. Relax. What happens, we separate ourselves from the totality by our struggle to prove ourselves to be someone extraordinary than others. Don't try to be extraordinary. Remain ordinary. Like the space is ordinary. Whether temple space or toilet space. No problem. Similarly, our vision is ordinary. Red color, blue color, no problem. We are ordinary. Waking comes and goes. Dream comes and goes. Sleep comes and goes. Sleep doesn't go. And the meditation comes and goes. One person asked me this question. Swamiji, in your talk, why you have jokes in between? I said, look here, when it is Bhagavad Katha or Ramayana Katha, and in that the people are in the lala. Now what this Kathakar will say? He cannot say, hey Somat. He can't say like that. Then, Siyavara Ramachandra ki jai. So I can't do that, so I do this. No. The operation, any operation, heart operation, how much care the patient should be 100% secured. Then only that operation can be successful. Now we are operating on your mind. Unless the mind is secured, we cannot push inside. But all the time, the Shambhavi Mudra, or seriously, no, relax. Therefore, Sarvatmatva Mahavibhuti Sahitam, all the vibhutis. What is the highest vibhuti? You are at peace with yourself. We are a problem to ourselves. If you are at peace with yourself, you are at peace with the whole world. How all the great masters, they don't have any problem of somebody good, somebody bad. They don't try to prove anything to anybody. Therefore, Sarvatmatam Mahavibhuti Sahitam Syan Ishwaratvam Sataha. Then all the glory of the divinity will be at your doorsteps. So important. Ishwaratam Sataha. Then Siddhe Tat Punarashtadha Parinitam Cha Aishwaryam Avyahatam. Then all the Ashtadha Siddhis, Ashtanga Siddhi, everything will be at yourself, at your doorstep, and Aishwarya Avyahatam, and you will lead a great divine life every moment. But that doesn't mean comforts, meaning nothing in this world can disturb, like the space is not disturbed by any content. The vision is not disturbed by any color and form. The nose is not disturbed by any smell. The mind is not disturbed by any thought. We are not disturbed by waking, dream, deep sleep, and samadhi. This is the ultimate. This is how Dakshinamurti Stotra is one of the most wonderful and most excellent text. Repeat it again and again. Study. That alone can help us. With this, we have completed Dakshinamurti Stotram. If you want or you don't want, we'll chant together. विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतम् पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिर्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यभिमः योगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत् कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यः साक्षात्करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नानाचित्रघटोदरस्थितमहादीपप्रभाभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभाति एतत् समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाणि विकलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः श्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्ताभृशं वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहा व्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशो मायासमाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रकर्णोपसंहरणतो यो भूत्सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यप्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बाल्यादिष्वपि जाग्रदादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि वृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तः सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृभ्रात्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जागृति वा एष पुरुषः माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये भूरम्भास्य नलो नीलो परमहर् नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्तिष्ठकम् नान्यत्किञ्चन विद्यते विदुषतां यस्मात् परस्मात् विभोः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिन् स्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानात् च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्धेतत् पुनरष्टधा परिणतं च ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ